It's like this joint not looking how I want it to be. Oh shoot. The heck? So lucky I'm trying to get the vision, the visual. Okay, we good. So lucky I'm trying to get the vision. So everything good. I can hear. Just bear with me. I gotta get some things situated in the back chat. You eat. Lord willing, everybody have had a beautiful day. To all the brothers and sisters that is doing the lunars that just got done with their lunar Sabbath, all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai. Lord willing, for all the other brothers and sisters through the spirit that's enduring. Lord willing, Lord willing, the Most High put on your spirit to endure. Wait, is this it? No, that's not it. Oh no, this is it. Okay. So this live, from you can see from the title, it says, "We must suffer to get our crown." Um, this is really inspired because my oldest, um, my oldest daughter, London, came up with this title while she was doing lessons with my other kids, and for some reason, it was a good title. But through the grapevine, you know, being on Clubhouse and brothers, it's like, man, when we gotta, with the Lord is long suffering, and it just started to hit me. I'm like, man, we gotta suffer for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. In order to get that crown, we gotta suffer, right? Let me see if I can get that. Where I really want to start at is Second Esdras, chapter 2. I'm gonna start at I'm gonna start at 36. It says, "Flee the shadow of this world." Wait, Salaki, let me make sure the frankincense is good, man. Right. So yeah, bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Bear with me. Right. You gotta suffer for this crown, man. You know, not everybody gonna get that crown, man. But the ones that really want that crown, they're gonna endure to the end, right? With long suffering, patience, right? And they're gonna always depend on Yahweh Shem Yahushai through thick and thin, right? Bad situations, good situations, right? So, like I said, let me get that scripture again. Verse 36, it says, "Flee the shadow of this world." So hold on, let me fix the camera. It said, flee the shadow of this world, receive the joyfulness of your glory. I testify my Savior openly. Right? You gotta flee the darkness of this world. Or receive the gift that is given you, and be glad, giving thanks unto him that have led you to the heavenly kingdom. Rise up and stand. Behold the number of those that be sealed in the feast of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which is the hopeful elect, which are departed from the shadow of the world, which is the darkness, and have received glorious garments of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. What is that? Wedding garment. Take thy number, Zion, O Zion, and shut up those of thy that are clothed in white, which have fulfilled the law of Yahweh Shem Shai. Even when you look at Daniel, the 12th chapter, the 10th verse, you know, the hopeful elect is going to be purified. They're going to be cleansed and they're going to be tried. Right? It says, verse 41, the number of thy children whom thou longest for is fulfilled. Beseech the power of Yahweh Shem Shai, that thy people, which have been called from the beginning, may be hallowed. I, Ezra, which is the prophet Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praised Yahweh Shem Shai with psalms. In the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, which is Hamashiach Yahushai, taller than all the rest. Upon every one of their head he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marvel at greatly. And I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? And he answered and said, These be they which have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh Shem Shai. Now are they crowned and receive palms. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them, and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said, It is the Son of God, which is Yahweh Shem Shai, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to command them that stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh Shem Shai. Then the angel said unto me, Go thy way, and tell my people what manner of things and how great wonders of Yahweh Shem Shai thy power thou hast seen. Right? So during this, you know, this is a vision of Ezra, right? And the angel is telling him the dream or the vision that he's having. This is the future prophecy, which where the hopeful elect, the men, is going to get crowned by Hamashiach Yahushai. This is a beautiful vision to meditate on, right? Right? Because any man, you know, that's really striving for the Lord, even the sisters is going to want the best for their husband, right? Sisters are going to honor their husband. You're going to push your husband to continue to do the work. You're going to make the road easy for him so that all he can worry about is the ministry of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? It's a lot of women out here praying for the 144,000 to get sealed, man. Because that's what we waiting for. We waiting for 144,000 to get spiritually sealed so we can come up out of here. I'm about to go to Revelation 7:3, where it says, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. We're waiting for the servants of Yahweh Shem Yahushai to be sealed on their forehead, right? This is supposed to be your desire, to hope that the hopeful elect is sealed, right? We want to constantly be talking about the good of Hamashiach Yahushai. Let alone, we want to talk about the wrong things that happened to Yahushai, the suffering that Yahushai had to go through, and then our suffering, right? Because Yahushai suffered something way worse for us being disobedient, right? We have to know that we have to suffer. Let alone we had to suffer coons trading on their own brothers and sisters and snitching. We have to deal with the Hellenization. Actually, that actually taught other nations how to really put a dent in a nation and make them all transfer and move in the way that you want them to move, right? The Greek captivity made a huge dent in the world by Hellenizing so many people to follow their customs, their language, and their ways, right? We did a lot of suffering, right? Let's get it. Salakia. I'm gonna go to an old. We had to suffer with going to other gods too. This is 1 Peter 5:10. It says, "But the Most High of all grace, who have called us into His eternal glory, by Hamashiach Yahushai, after that ye have suffered a while, make you perfect, establish, strengthen, settle you." Right? We're suffering, yo. If we really to look back at it, Yahushai, if it was 2 years ago, that's 2 days, right? When you go to Judges chapter 2, which we could go to many situations, let alone Obadiah, let alone Limitations, right? And I'm going to go to that. I'm going to go to certain things. This is Judges chapter 2, and I'll just read from 10 down. It says, "And also all that generation were gathered unto their fathers, and there arose another generation after them which knew not Yahweh Shema Shai, nor yet the works which he have done for Israel." This is a form of suffering that our kids grow up not knowing who they are, right? Every generation, which a lot of us should be hoping and praying that our children's actually grow, in the ministry of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? But it comes to a lot of dumb leaders. It always comes to a lot of dumb leaders. Like a lot of us look at Martin Luther King, we look at Malcolm X, we run to Farrakhan, we run to all of these leaders that's not doing what Second Esdras, the first chapter, verse 5 is telling you, talking about your sins. Brothers worried about reparations. Brothers worried about getting $1 million, right? Just like what I was watching on Dope Sick, you seen it was a lot of people dying off of Oxycontin. So with the billionaires of this, that made this drug Oxycontin, they tried to try to pay off cities. Just so soon as they talk about money, you had people in the show, in this TV show, wielding, like really saying, you know what? They giving money is better than anything. And you got to look, a lot of Israel, we think if our oppressors give us some money, we going to be good. Nigga, no, you not. You're never going to be good, man. The number one thing that any nation can do for us right now is actually be honest and actually tell us who the hell we is. Say it. Say it in the public, man. You are God's chosen people. We took you. Confess all your lies. Don't give a, excuse my language, don't give a shit, but confess all the lies, man. Every generation that grew did not know who they is. And that's not even pointing to the nation. It's pointing to the nation of Israel, our foreign fathers and our mothers, our grandparents, our grandparents, our great-great-grandparents. They didn't constantly keep teaching and teaching and teaching us who we are. But it's all through the power of Yahweh Shema Shai. We turn our back to the Lord and not the face. Jeremiah 32 and 33, right? Verse 11 in Judges chapter 2, it says, "And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of Yahweh and served Baalim." And we do that right now. We serving Uncle Tom every day. A lot of us say, "Oh man, I believe, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus." But we don't even know who he is, right? Oh, I know who Jesus is. I don't think his color matter. We hurry up and open our mouth and just can't admit, you know what? I was just taught what somebody taught me. I didn't really try to dig in these scriptures. I didn't try to get in line with brothers and see if we could come together to dissect the scriptures righteously, right? Divide the word of truth. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15, right? Verse 12, it says, "They forsook Yahweh Shema Shai, God of their fathers, which brought them out of the land of Egypt, and followed other gods, of the gods of the people that were round about them, and bowed themselves unto them, and provoked Yahweh Shema Shai to anger." Now I could have brought other scriptures, but this is just defined As in everywhere we went, because in the book of Judges, we damn near went through 7 different captivities in the whole Judges. And every time, let alone the ones that was around us, we kept cleaving to their ideology. We kept being spoiled with their philosophies. We suffer with philosophies. We suffer rigor persecution. Yes, Israel got beat. Yes, Israel got beat and broken down. You know what I'm saying? But we suffered wrong philosophies, right? And I'm gonna show you. This is verse 14. It says, "In the anger of Yahweh Shem Shai was hot against Israel, and he delivered them into the hands of spoilers that spoiled them, and he sold them into the hands of their enemies round about, so that they could not any longer stand before their enemies." Right? And I'm gonna go to Isaiah, Salakia, Isaiah 28, verse 7. It says, "But they also have erred through wine." The wine is dealing with philosophies. Even when you look at First Esdras, the 3rd chapter, when it deals with the 3 bodyguards making a sentence, and it says wine is the strongest. Technically, when you read it, it is talking about physical wine. On a deeper level, it's talking about philosophies. Because when you look at a nation, wine did not destroy us, philosophies destroyed us, right? So it says, "And they have also erred through wine and through strong drink." Through strong drink are out of the way. The priests and the prophets have erred through strong drink. They are swallowed up of wine. They are out of the way through strong drink. They err in vision and they stumble in judgment. Right? Soon as we consume philosophy, wine, it drains us. It's just like when you drink too much liquor, you get a hangover, or you not yourself. When we collect philosophies like we did in this Greek captivity, we started to move like a Greek. That's why Israel, a lot of our brothers and sisters, is called Gentiles. They move like Gentiles, right? Excuse me if you see me looking in the sky. I'm going to go back to that. Excuse me if you keep seeing me looking in the sky. It's just, I keep, after I seen this brother's vision, his video, I've been more intrigued to try to get closer with Yahweh Shema Shai, because that vision made me want to go harder, go better for the Lord. Shoot, I want a vision. Shoot, scare me, help me. I mean, the Lord already showed me some things to build on my faith, but watching that video, I really felt it. Yeah, I might not get what I'm saying. It's a video that I showed in my other live. A brother had a vision of a dream where he had an outer body experience. It felt real, and it was mad chariots that came, like it was a cheer, like how birds, they come together and they make a shape of an animal or whatever the heck they do. So he seen a ship, what looked like to be a ship, and the more the Lord got him closer, and then the Lord moved him further back, because he was like, man, what is this? The ship dispersed, and he said, as soon as it is scattered, it looked like locusts. But it was ships that was looking like locusts. They were bright. It was a beautiful vision that this brother had. So it just got me intrigued to be outside with the beautiful skies out, right? So talking about wine and philosophies, we suffered wrong teaching, right? And that joint swallowed up the elders and the priests, right? And most of these false prophets grew out the cracks, like damn near crackheads, and was teaching, "Thus saith their self," right? "Thou shalt will." They wasn't teaching, "Thus saith the Lord." So when you go to Isaiah 29 and 9, it says, "Stay yourselves and wonder. Cry ye out and cry. They are drunk, but not with wine. They stagger, not with strong drink." So our forefathers, brothers and sisters, even right now, They stumble, not with strong drink, but with philosophies, with doctrine of men, right? And I know some people be like, wait, hold on, brother. Ain't you teaching me doctrine of men? Nah, I'm teaching you thus saith the Lord, right? This was all ordained by Yahweh Shem Shai. There was no in private interpretation of the word, because every word was given to Yahweh Shem Shai. He moved in the spirit. So through the spirit now, the Lord gave us the blueprint to actually go to his oracle, which is the word, right? To go to his wisdom and knowledge to be able to gain understanding. But before you gain this understanding, you have to sit down and be ready to read. As soon as you get stuck somewhere, you got to be ready to ask a man a question so he can give you the answer. Regardless if the answer is correct or the answer is wrong, closed mouth don't get fed. And when he answer it through the spirit, you're going to get confirmation if you see it the way that they're saying it. If not, you're going to go to somebody else that could be as wise, because you want two or more witness. And then if you might get two or three or more witness, it might not be the first. It might be the second. And if the second teacher don't work, you might go to the third one, and the third, fourth, or fifth might actually click. Then right there and then through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the Lord was moving you to get you in the right place, right? And that's all we really want, man. Right? You want the Lord like the Lord says, you only suffer for a moment. This light affliction is only for a moment. So in this light affliction, the Lord might toss you to and fro, right? Because you got to know the Lord search your heart. Some brothers is tossed to and fro. They like, man, this brother, this. And the Lord might toss you to and fro because you might have a prideful spirit. You might not have a spirit of yielding, right? You might bring contention, right? You might try to boast over the elders like you got more knowledge. It's so many ways why the Lord would make a brother not be able to get the understanding as fast, right? There's nothing I could do, right? Only thing that I could do for my brothers and my sisters is that pray that whatever you dealing with, whatever it is, mental, spiritual, that you overcome it and the Lord allow you to increase in this knowledge and understanding. But you have to come in this truth knowing that you're going to suffer. You come in this truth knowing that this thing is not a race. This is a spiritual race, but it's like you want to rush to get in this truth, but don't rush to get it all, right? Pace yourself, right? Because some people get in this so fast and they want to get into a high rank. As soon as they get there, they feel bored, right? It's like what drug dealers say to crackheads. Soon as they get that first hit, when they try to get a second hit or a third hit, it's not the same as the first hit. And every crackhead or heroin addict is always trying to chase that first high. Let alone a drug dealer that's selling drugs, he's trying to taste that first high of you know what, I made $100,000 in one day. Then he levels up and now he's making 500,000 a week. Then he level up and then like less than 2 weeks, he over here making 500. He making $1 million, right? A lot of us is spoiled by vain deceit, false teaching, right? I got into hustling drugs by an OG teaching me incorrectly, but I had itchy ears and I was cleaving to what he was saying, right? Regardless if it was wrong, either if it's right. A lot of us have itchy ears, right? But hey, it's all Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So dealing with this wine and the philosophies and strong drink. Hold on, let me put some frankincense oil in this thing real quick. Real quick. So yeah, like I said, this is to deal with the philosophies in the wine, again, it's very important that we suffer in all aspects. Like man suffer how he rule his house, right? We suffer in this world. We suffer under the rulership of our oppressors, right? This is Micah 2:11. It says, if a man walking in the spirit and falsehood do lie, saying, I will prophesy unto thee of wine and of strong drink, he shall even be the prophet of this people, right? So you have people that is teaching wine doctrine, right? That's getting a lot of people saucy, right? Like a brother was just breaking down Songs of Solomon, the first chapter, I believe, and a lot of people was looking at it of what it actually said in the scriptures without no precepts, not understanding on a deeper level. People was looking at Songs of Solomon as just a sexual chapter from from verse 1 on down. They just think it was Solomon getting freaky. And I can hear what they're trying to say, but you have to understand scriptures, most of every scripture is on a deeper level, right? And not all of us is going to get it. That's why the ministry is not for everybody. That's why you're going to have some brothers that just want to get in this to say they cut somebody. You want somebody to, some people going to get in this truth just to say, hey, I know 100 precepts. I know every precept off my back. You know what? I know the history. Everybody is trying to compete in this thing, but it's not about that. This ministry is about a continual race that don't stop until Yahweh Shema Shai deliver us out of the hands of our oppressors, right? Amos 2:12, it says, but ye, wait, hold on. No, that's not what I want. Right? And this even goes into that wine. This is Revelations, the 18th chapter, verse 3. It says, for all nations have erred of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through abundance of delicacies. Right? This place in particular has gotten Israel drunk. And that's why a lot of us would say Ruth is an Israelite when she is a Moabite. A lot of us might think Cornelius is a Edomite, but he is an Israelite, right? Some of us choose things in these scriptures, or it's really technically the Lord giving you a strong delusion, or he'll give you something, let you believe in a lie. And this sometimes a lot of us, if we're really sincere, you'll see things in a certain way, and you'll see how a teacher's bringing it out. You're like, yo, that makes sense. And then you're constantly being diligent in this thing. You're being humble. You're constantly repenting, trying to cleanse yourself. You're confessing Yahweh Shema Shai, who he is, right? And then the Lord will allow you to see it in another lens. Or he'll let you come across another teacher who is diligent and sincere, and he breaks it down, and they'll be like, wait, hold on, I'm not used to this way. And then it's intriguing to your ears. Like the brother said in LA, it's music. When you hear the music, it clicks. That's why the sheep knows the voice of Yahweh Shema Shai. They know the voice of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Let alone when they're drawn to Yahweh Shai, they know their shepherd, right? We have itching ears for good music. What kind of good music? Hey, the Lord is always singing good music. And this place is always bringing forth bad music. That's why you want to always pray to the Lord, because the Lord would say, we got to ask the Lord, and the Lord, he gives out wisdom liberally. He gives it out freely, right? Going into the spiritual fornication, which we are suffering for, right? You got to go hard. You got to overcome the spiritual fornication, the false philosophies, this dumbass wine. We have to endure to the end about this homosexuality. We have to endure knowing that World War III, Jacob's trouble is going to come. We have to endure until that mark of the beast come, so that when it do come, all this working hard for building up our faith, that that through the power of Yahweh Shem Shai, he will allow us to overcome that mark of the beast, that we don't take it, that we don't take the charagma, right? This whole thing, this suffering, is about overcoming the world, right? So Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 12, it says, for the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life. Them dumb things came in this world, and even the paganism. The paganism came in the world. That was made by man's hands, right? Made by man's heart, thinking, oh, it was good to do this. Everything that's made for you is only for to make you feel good. But everything that you see as good is not good, right? And this is why the real men and the real women of Israel should be oh shoot, we should be analyzing things in the spirit, right? Like on a deeper level, a way deeper level. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, y'all, but the frankincense was turning off, right? Right? And this verse I'm about to bring out is even critical too, because this is in the beginning of that time, right? When wine was being pushed. This is Sirach, the 25th chapter, verse 24. It says, for the woman came, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die, right? And it was philosophy being forth to that woman. Women are the weaker vessel, right? And a lot of us, if you're a man, we smooth talk women, right? And brothers was using their philosophy, their wine, to smooth talk Eve, and Eve fell for it, and then went to go smooth that whatever she learned, and go give that bullshit to Adam. Soon as man fall, the whole environment fall. That's why, right, when you really serving Yahweh Shem Shai, you start to grow in your power, spiritually and mentally. That's the first thing, to get you back in that right stage, is getting your spiritual strength back, and getting your mental strength back, right? Then the way we do is that how we deal with that, and how we can actually come forth with that, is yielding to the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, confessing your faults to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? Lord, I messed up. Whatever oh man, we were sacrificed. Man, I'm constantly trying to pray for things that I don't even remember that I probably did in my past life. Things that's in the scriptures that I don't know if I am a part of or not, right? Things that I read in scriptures, I'm even crying out like, Yahweh Shema Shai, just like how you allow some of us to overcome, some of us that actually died in your name. I ask that you allow us to overcome the little and great things that we dealing with here, right? You have to know, a lot of us, you right now, we dealing with women aborting their children. Imagine you having a child and you circumcising your son in the 8th day, and people making a law that your kids can't be circumcised, and if you circumcise them, they'll kill you and your kid, right? That's not a way I want to live. You know what I'm saying? That's not a way I want to live. You know what I'm saying? I want to be continuous, right? Just hold on one second, y'all. Good, man. I'm gonna send it to you, okay? All right, good looks, King. So, like I was saying, um, what the heck was I saying? Oh yeah, it's many ways of Israel suffering, right? Of course, we deal with getting physical rigor by our slave masters. Wait, I'm trying to find it. Right, here we go. This same thing happened in many captivities with Israel, but it's more suffering that we deal with. But I'm going to just read this. This is Exodus chapter 1, and I'm going to start at 10. It says, "Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass, that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us. So get them up out of the land. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities and Pithom and Ramses." So even in the beginning of this captivity and other captivities, we always built the infrastructure. They always had us working and working and working. And when we were in this place, they had us working and working and working until we built their infrastructures. We built their infrastructures. I can show it. I got books to show you, right? We built all these infrastructures. Then after we built their infrastructure, they sat down, had a crafty council on how to dictate these people, how to lead these people, how to make a communist or economic wealth, right? And how to have poor, how to have middle class, how to have rich, how to spiritually, mentally, and physically and financially abuse these people, rape these people, break down these people, make them suffer. We are suffering spiritually, mentally, physically, and financially, right? And the 2/3, if they don't get their shit right, whoever you may be, you're gonna get a physical and a spiritual suffering that's gonna be continually hurting you when the Lord judges this place, right? So let me keep reading. Verse 12, it says, "But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. And they were grieved because the children of Israel. And the Egyptian made the children of Israel to serve with rigor," severe, right? And this is what they did in America. Yo, they was beating us so bad. And look at us now. We multiplying. You got Bill Gates talking about depopulation. This is how you know we pissing our enemies off, right? Even though we not serving the Lord as much as we supposed to, we not even, a lot of us just have a zeal for the Lord. The Lord is putting that spirit on Esau to do those things. But guess what? The Lord put a spirit in us to multiply, and through us multiplying, our grandmothers, fathers, and fathers, I'm gonna just be real, they had so much sex going on in our nation that through kids, the Lord is gonna wake up those kids to actually get in this ministry. And so through the grapevine before 1960s, the Lord had it through Abba Bibbins and the founding fathers of One West, and then branched off to El Tahar, Bishop Nathaniel, Sabak, General Yohana, Moron and Moron, even having brothers underneath the elders, Gorilla, freaking Yahweh All, uh, WFI. Like, we could keep on going, but it's all through the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, right? Right now, you can see that the Lord is trying, through the Spirit, is trying to establish something. He's trying to bring back the teachers. He's trying to bring back, "Thus saith the Lord." He's trying to bring back the men of the Lord on the highways and byways, right? Soon as we continually do that, the Lord is going to orchestrate a clear, more understanding, right? And this is what we need. Just like Moses, he came back with that clear understanding of "Thus saith the Lord," and it took a time. It didn't happen right away. It took time. Starting, I believe, the 7th chapter of Exodus, then plagues came. So we have to wait for those times for plagues, for disaster, destruction to happen, and we're still going to suffer. It's hard for brothers to even pay their rent. You know, Some brothers' rent is $1,200 just for a 2-bedroom, right? Brothers is suffering, let alone they're about to crash the economy, right? Let me see if I got that video. See if I got that video. I'm gonna show y'all something. You hear it? Well, let me see if I got it in my phone first. Nope, it's not in there. Hold on, I'm about to see if I got it. Wait, where is it? Nope. Hold on, where is it at? Yep, I got it. Hold on, I gotta put more frankincense in here, but I got it though. I'm about to show you, man. Things like we just gotta suffer, man. And it's, I ain't gonna lie, for Yahweh Shem Shai, it's better to suffer for Yahweh Shem Shai, right? You know, a lot of us we be like, man, man, I can't get this band. These drugs is not selling, right? It's good to suffer for Yahweh Shem Shai. It's good to suffer for the Lord, right? I mean this with all my heart. It's good to suffer for the Lord, right? Ain't no better suffering than suffering for the Lord, right? Some of us have miscarriage. Some of us can't even have kids like Hannah. But what Hannah do? She started praying to the Lord, fasting. A lot of us, we can't have a child, we lose a child, and we just cry. Guess what? We just go back to having sex again. Oh, something gonna give, baby. Something gonna give, you know? Let me read this precept. Let me show you this video. Then the economy. Hold on. This is 2012. Then the economy, boom, the dollar, boom, and then pandemonium in the streets. Hear what he said again. I got that strawberry chips. The stock market would go. Wait, hold on. The stock market would go. Then the economy, boom, the dollar, boom, and then pandemonium in the streets. War, genocide, boom, boom, boom. See, it's right in our face, man. The economy will collapse. Right now is already working into it. The dollar is gonna collapse, and it's gonna. Of course, you see our brothers raiding because of Black Lives Matter and all these other things. When that dollar collapses, it's gonna get even more real, because a lot of our brothers and sisters is not on that digital currency that they're trying to put, right? Yes, credit card is some type of form of digital currency, but it's not the currency that the CBDC wants to go into. They want to go into a way different market brand, right? He said pandemonium, right? It's gonna get real in this place. In each captivity we ever had, it got real, right? It got real, and this is why it's about preparing right now for what is to come, right? Build up your faith, go harder for the Lord, right? I might as well just bring that out. You know, I know everybody know this. Baruch 4. I'm gonna start at I'm gonna start at 18. Baruch 4 and 18, it says, "For he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies." So the Lord that brought these plagues upon us, hold on. Hold on. I'm waiting for it to load. Okay. It says, "For he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies." We've been in the hands of the Most High. Either you 2/3, the hopeful elect, the 1/3, 144,000, the foreigners, that the Lord is going to gather. The Lord is the one that put us through these things because of our disobedience, our rebellions. And he's going to be the same one to take us out of it. I put you in, I take you out. I put you in, I take you out. And we reflect on the Most High. What do? We bring children in the world. It's all by the Most High, because he create the child in the womb. We have sex. We bring a child in this world. We teach them and raise them how to live in this world. And however we teach them is the way his path is going to either lead for him getting out of this world. Is either we're going to teach him how to lead the way and obey the Most High, which is life, or follow Yahweh Shema Shai unto death. Right? And it's better that we choose life than death. Right? So verse 19, it says, "Go your way, O my children, go your way, for I am left desolate. I have put off the clothing of peace and put upon me the sackcloth of my prayer. I will cry unto the everlasting in my days. Be of good cheer, O my children, cry unto Yahweh Shema Shai, and he will deliver you from the power in the hand of your enemies." Yo, and the first thought that came to mind, my wife, sometimes, she can have her moment when she praying to the Lord and she cries. I'm not gonna lie, I get jealous over that. Because every time when I'm calling on the Lord or I'm talking to the Lord, I might not cry. It hits me different. Right? Even when you talking, you talking about your affliction, you tired, the Lord hear that. That's still crying. Right? And even if I hear my wife, guess what? It motivates me to be like, you know what? I got to talk to the Lord more. I got to tell him my problems. I got to tell him I want this. I got to tell him, man, yo, before I ask for a Balenciaga or a Lamborghini or a mansion, I'm asking the Lord to do what he did to Solomon and me. Give me the knowledge and understanding, not to be better than none of my brothers and sisters, but to be able to deliver this word, man. That's the number one thing I want. Right? And besides that, what else I want is to be able to heal, to be able to cast out demons and devils by just saying, devil, come up out of her, come up out of her, or come up out of him. I want to be able to touch somebody and a demon come. Or I come in a room and my light that the Lord put upon me is going to shine. That's what I want. Those are the things I want. Let alone, I want the Lord to give me visions or allow me to have an outer body experience so that I could be able to make a lesson out of it or bring scriptures in involved or just make a video and just talk about it. Regardless if you can't believe all dreams, but it's still a motivating, it's a faith booster. I want the Lord to deal with me on the spiritual level because I'm tired of fucking living in this flesh, man. When you tired, and then eventually your prayers change and you ask for different things. So I'm crying to the Lord to not let my flesh triumph over me. I'm crying to the Lord to not let sin triumph over me. I'm crying for the Lord to not let our enemies triumph over us. Every time I'm praying for me, I'm praying for us because I can't get in the kingdom by myself. I need the family to get in there, man. So I'm tired that my people going through this shit. I'm tired that my people don't have the knowledge and the understanding of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. I wish I could say, hey, go follow these brothers right here and go listen to them. That's why I'm telling people, man, go watch Yarmayan, man. This man working 12-hour shift, standing on his damn feet all day, and it's a spirit I get on him to go do a damn lesson, man. You got my brother Sam that's constantly working for Spectrum 12 to 14 hours a day, and he still go out and go do a damn lesson, man. Even my younger brother Asher that's in high school dealing with some damn inconsiderate children, man, and constantly trying to go do a lesson. I want you to go watch these brothers because I'm laboring, I'm seeing their growth. Even my brother Bashar, man, this brother right here, man, I'm telling you, I would take a bullet for this brother. You know what I'm saying? He probably didn't labor with me the whole time, but this is a brother, man. These is brothers that I'm telling you the Lord put around me to motivate me to keep going, let alone the apostles and the elders. Right? These brothers that's under the leadership of Great Millstone. And I'm not going to lie, I still like certain attributes, maybe not the teaching, but certain attributes brothers hold, right? I love the demeanor of Elder Sabak, and I ain't going to never change, man. I love the demeanor of Elder Tahar and HO. I love the demeanor of Yahweh All. His sincereness, man. I love the demeanor and the delivery of Araya from WFI. But from the teachers, I love the apostles. I love Ahawan Gabar. I love the brothers from Inspiration and Motivation, right? They make me want to cry for the Lord to want more, man. I want more, bro, of the spirit, man, because I could see my people not fed. I could see my people hungry, right? Every day I look at my kids, they motivation for me to go harder, man. Like I said, this lesson is expired by my oldest daughter, man, London, man. She came up with this. She came up with this lesson a few days ago, and I had told them last night. I said, "Man, I'm still in that. I'm gonna make a lesson out of that, you know." And guess what? I'm gonna do another one because this one is not. I'm not going too deep. I'm just letting you know we're suffering. The Black Latinos are suffering on a whole nother level. A whole nother level. Right now, is a lot of brothers and sisters in Israel that still can't let go of that damn weed. Right? Smoking weed. Right? We suffering. Most of our women is depressed. And guess what? They got to lean on liquor a little too much, getting a little too saucy, right? A lot of us are suffering from loneliness, abandonment issues, right? You got brothers suffering too. Look, brothers is wandering around the street saying, man, it ain't no girl out here for me, right? We suffering. You got women damn near in this truth going through men like they go through a bag of Skittles. It's because it's not a lot of men that's really serving Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. I'm gonna be honest. It's a lot of half, what they call it. It's a lot of demi Israelites, demi Israelites, man. We suffer in all aspects, man. Our women is suffering insecurity. I gotta wear a weave and a lace front every damn day. I don't think I'm beautiful. I gotta put all this makeup. I'm sorry. Our women look good with it and without it. But sometimes those things do come because you don't love yourself. We suffering from the littlest things and the greatest thing. The only reason why I'm saying that is because the sister did come to me and tell me, she's like, man, I do this is because I am insecure with myself. I see a bump. I'll see a scar. I'll see my skin reflection. And when I put the makeup, it covers those blemishes. You know, makeup helps cover blemishes. And women just say, oh, I just do it to just make my pop. No, you covering up something you don't like. We're suffering. You got men suffering, right? A lot of us, look, BBLs. A lot of us don't like how the Lord made us. You got men getting BBLs. We're suffering out here, right? On a high, little low level, right? So like y'all, I had to go on that rant. So verse 22, it says, for my hope is in the everlasting, that he will save you, and joy is to come unto me from the Holy One, because of the mercy which shall soon come unto you from the everlasting our Savior. For I sent you out with mourning and weeping, but the Most High will give you to me again with joy and gladness forever. Like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity, so shall they see surely your salvation from our power, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting. So all these nations seen our captivity. Guess what? All those nations is going to see the strangeness of our salvation. And that goes off of the video of this brother looking in the sky and basically symbolically seeing the coming of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Actually, I keep bringing it up. I must have to show y'all. Where is it? Let me see. Oh yeah, here we go.
You know, I have to give this testimony. You know, Lord gives me visions, and this morning He gave me one that just, and this is.
I'm gonna just skip through. I'm gonna skip through it, right?
He showed me the one I had before was huge. The one I had before, and he took me up to the heavens. And when he took me up to the heavens, I saw a ship, but it looked like a black locust. It was huge. And I was about, I would say about 300 yards underneath. No, I'll take that back, maybe a half a mile underneath. And I can see it, but it seemed close. It was so big. But I say, Father, I want to witness this. Take me up close. So he took my spirit. He took me, and I felt my whole body go up right underneath it. And I was like right underneath, just like my garage shed. I was right here. And I looked, and as I looked, the body was like a locust, but it was like it was alive. It was like it was still living. I could see like light go through it, but yet it was still like a ship. Almost like in Ezekiel when he said a wheel within a wheel, and wherever the angels went or whatever, the chariot followed them, it was alive. And I come, but I said, Father, what is this? And I look, and all of a sudden, I say, Father, what is it? He backed me up. When he backed me up, he took me about a quarter mile back. And then all of a sudden, I seen locusts everywhere. They was beautiful though. Skin was like the most.
We probably gonna go back to it, but I'm gonna just bring out. Um, I'm gonna go back to Baruch. I'm gonna go back to Baruch, right? Because what we just read, we're so they shall shortly. They shall they wait. So shall they see shortly your salvation from our power, which shall come upon you with great glory, right? And he's gonna come with the glory of the Most High. It's gonna be a Mashiach Yahushai delivering us from our oppressors, right? When you go to Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, verse 2, it says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. So everything he's saying sounds very strange, let alone the coming of Yahweh Shemashai is going to be strange, something you ain't never seen in your life. And that's why especially when it's nighttime, even when I take my daughter to the school bus, I'm always looking up. I see you little airplane. I'm always looking up, man. And I got another video to show you, right? We gotta suffer to get that strange salvation. Some of us just, oh man, I just did the work. Hey brother, I just did the work. And I'm not gonna just sit here and just think I'm about to make it in the kingdom just because I'm teaching this word. It's more to it. I gotta believe it. I gotta be serious. I gotta be diligent, right? There's more to it. But watch this. Hold on. Let me play it back. Look very closely. I'm gonna do that one more time. And no, that is not a what they call that again? A droid. That is not a droid. It is not. This is recorded in Homestead, Florida. It's in the sky, coming out, right? Look. They're moving too. And I could show you more videos, man. It's like, man, I'm telling you, it's amazing that the Lord allow us to go through the things that we go through. And when you have these scriptures and then you can really meditate on spiritual things, it's like, oh Lord, what you trying to tell me, man? right? Like when you go to, I think it's Isaiah 64. Isaiah got a lot of like prophecies too, right? Like this, Isaiah 64 and 1, it says, "Oh, that thou wouldest rend the heavens, that thou wouldest come down, that the mountains might flow down at thy presence." This is symbolically going into the chariots, because when you go to Second Ezra, the 13th chapter, he say that which is Hamashiach Yahushai on a mountain. Let's go to it. Right? This is, I ain't gonna lie, this is what I desire. I desire that Yahweh, that I'm able, that the Lord will allow me to see Yahweh Shema Shai come on a chariot, come on a mountain, right? Where do I want to start at? Okay, I'm gonna start at verse 3, and then I'm gonna drop down. This is Second Ezra, the 13th chapter, verse 3. It says, "And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, and when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. Whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burnt that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire." I'm going to drop down because I just want to go straight to the point. Okay, so I'm going to read verse 10 down. It says, "But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with the violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of a innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and small smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Afterward, I saw the same man come down from the mountain, and called him another peaceable multitude." Right? So even Ezra, the vision that he's seeing Hamashiach Yahushai come down from a mountain. If I can find it, it would say the mountain had no end. Right? Yeah, starting at 6, that's where I should have went. So verse 6, it says, "But I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a great mountain, and flew up upon it. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not." So he was on a big mountain, and he couldn't even see the region. What is that talking about? Let's look up pictures. I know y'all seen Independence Day. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you a few pictures. Watch this. Ooh, this joint fire. Watch this. Watch this. Wait, what the hell? Oh yeah, there you go. That right there, fire. That one right there was just so fire right there. I gotta send that. I gotta keep hearing. Oh, let's look at another one. Let's look at another one. Yo, the Lord coming back with great strangeness. Let's see another one. Look at this joint. It's about to cover the whole New York. Independence Day. That's just more symbolic to it, right? Look, it's about to cover the whole New York. Look at this one. It disintegrated that building. I'm telling you, Yahweh Shema Shai is coming with the wrath and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. Look at how this joint blow up the White House. It's gone. Finito. Finished. That is so much symbolic to Yahweh Shema Shai. Look at them clouds. Pillar of clouds. Pillar of fire by night. That look beautiful. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Look at this one. You can't see nothing. No sky. I know some people are like, oh man, these brothers take videos too serious. What did he say? He said, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. How can we fly? I can't fly on Mount Everest. Right? It says, but I would have seen the region or the place. I just showed you New York being covered. So that goes the region. He said, I would have seen the region or the place where out the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid and yet durst fight. Yo, man, for that day, we have to suffer. We have to suffer. I want the kingdom. I want the kingdom for, my brothers and sisters. Hold on, let me finish Baruch. Right, we got to suffer for that crown. 2nd Ezra chapter 2, starting at verse 40. So we're going to read to verse 28. We're going to read to verse 29 and then we closing out. So verse 25, it says, my children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High. For thy enemy hath persecuted thee, but surely thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck. Right? That goes into Joshua 10 and 24, which in the end time, the Yahweh Shai is going to take dominion from all these kings. Being symbolically, we're going to tread upon their heads. They're going to fall. And this goes into the suffering, right? We got to suffer patiently all the things that we deal with. It says, my delicate ones have gone rough ways, which I was reading in Judges chapter 2, and it's throughout all the Bible, the ways that we chose, let alone our brothers and sisters being called Gentiles. That's kind of plain to show you that we chose rough ways. And were taken away as a flock caught of the enemy. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. We're going to be remembered. What Michael just, do you remember the time? Yahweh Shema Shai is remembering, right? It says, for as it was your mind to go astray, it was our mind, our mental, our heart. So being returned, seek him 10 times more. So if you say you are in the faith, you say you keeping the law, statute, commandment, you calling yourself an Israelite, seek the Lord 10 times more, fast 10 times more, read 10 times more, teach 10 times more, go out 10 times more, do sit downs 10 times more, right? With Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, our work is never done. And if you feel like your work is done and you ain't even in the kingdom yet, you're fooling yourself, right? Verse 29, it says, for he that have brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy with your salvation, right? That's the end of your suffering. That's the biggest reparation any man and any woman can get, right? So you should be patient, waiting for your Redeemer to actually come and give you that peace of mind. Stop seeking your peace. Just live a simple life. Be who you were destined to be, a Hebrew Israelite. Teach thus saith the Lord, and deal with your family. Labor with your brethren. Sisters, come together with yourself and build up sisters. Like encourage, yo man, sister, let's do it. Sis, let's make this garment. Have a simple life. Hey, if you got money to spare and you can go travel, kick your feet up, go do those things. But live a simple life. Stop trying to be a Kardashian. Stop trying to have that glammy glam life. If you have that glammy glam life and it takes you away from the ministry of Yahweh Shema Shai, don't do it. Right? I'm just saying what I know and what I see. Man, that kingdom is promised, but it's not for everybody. And it's either you're gonna make it on the you gonna come back on the other side or you're gonna make it on this side. I want to make it on this side so bad, man. I want to see all those things. I want to see the change of a twinkle of an eye. I want to see the brothers go in the wilderness and then we go on the outskirts when he take us out of America and we teaching those people out there that don't know the truth. And then we go to our land and have these nations rebuild it up. I want to see all of that. I don't want to come back, hey, Dad, and then, wow, what is this? No. Right? So Lord willing, this was edifying to whoever was watching this. And if I didn't say it in the beginning of the video, Salaki, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, Yahweh being the Most High God, and Yahweh Shai is who the world and he calls Jesus the Christ. I want to give double honors where honor is due to the apostles and the elders in Great Millstone who've been ruling well through the Spirit, bringing forth 100% of the Most High doctrine, teaching His word and believing in His word. And of course, to the wives and the single sisters that's playing their role, believing in this word and being submissive to the best of their ability and trying to be a virtuous wives. Lord willing, the Most High continue to do that. And for the hopeful elect scattered four corners of the earth and four corners of America, in congregations and out congregations, teaching His word and believing His word, Lord willing, the Most High have you to endure and increase in the knowledge and understanding so that one day we can be on one accord. And for the other brothers and sisters that's not in this faith, Lord willing, the Most High have mercy upon you. Till next time, it's your brother Dar Gabar with the brothers from 716 Israelites. Shalom.